Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with another KelsTells sorority talk video. For today's video we are going to be talking about placeholder organizations. This has been a highly requested video, so at the behest of my followers and my subscribers, that's the topic that we're going to be talking about today. So if you're interested in finding out more, then keep watching this video. So a common misconception that people will develop when they're going through their intake interest process is that you have to join a organization that's similar to the organization that you want to join to either gain experience or just to have a way in. You see it a lot of times with undergraduates who are interested in joining community service organizations, Greek community service organizations, or Christian organizations if you're going in the alumni route. It's very common to see people join organizations that are Greek lettered just for the sake that they're in a Greek letter organization. And majority of the time, I don't think that there is a issue with it, but I do think that it's an issue if you're using those particular organizations as a way in to the Divine Nine organization that you're actually interested in joining. One thing that I encourage people to remember when they're thinking of joining these placeholder organizations, not saying that these organizations are in fact placeholder organizations. I'm saying that people are using these organizations as placeholders until they get the organization that they actually want to join. But one thing that people should realize when they're interested in joining organizations that are not Divine Nine organizations is that those organizations serve a purpose as well. And it's important to remember that when you're showing interest in those organizations that you are expected to fulfill the requirements as well as the duties and responsibilities that are told to you as you're showing interest to the organization, in addition to once you're inducted. Common things that I would see with people who want to join Greek letter organizations, especially when they're in undergrad, is that they join these service fraternities and service sororities because they know that the people who are a part of the Divine Nine are also part of these service fraternities and service sororities. It's a repeating cycle of people who join these organizations as a segue into the other organizations because other people have done it and so on and so forth. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that if you want to join an organization, your reason for joining should be genuine. And if it just so happens that the organization that you want to join is also connected to the Greek letter organization of the Divine Nine that you want to join, then that just be pure coincidence. But I don't think that it's good or helpful to join these other organizations for the sake of getting into the Divine Nine organization. Once again, these are my thoughts. Other people may have other opinions, but just from me thinking of the value of these other organizations, I think it's important to be considerate as to why you actually want to join these organizations that are outside of the Divine Nine. If it is not your intention to join these organizations that are similar to the organizations that you want to join, the Greek lettered service fraternities and sororities or the Greek lettered Christian or religious organizations, I think that it's important to join outside of Divine Nine to gain experience as well. Any organization that you join will provide you with experience, but if you're looking for that kind of similar structure, similar way of doing things, then these other organizations would be helpful in that regard. But I still stand by my belief that you shouldn't join these organizations just for the sake of them being pathways into getting into Divine Nine organizations. There are plenty of other ways for you to gain experience other than joining service fraternities or sororities or other than joining these placeholder organizations. Be active in your community. Be active on campus. If you're looking for leadership roles, you can do that in any organization that you decide to join. If you're already graduated, you can do that outside of work. Whatever community service that you do, find ways for you to be in leadership positions in order to gain that experience, build your resume, things like that. Now, I also say that it doesn't mean that you shouldn't join other organizations because, as you guys know, I say that it's very important to be active if you're undergraduate, to be active on campus, and if you're a graduate pursuing alumni membership, it's also important to be active in your community. So don't take what I say as, oh, KelsTells said that I shouldn't join these organizations because it's a placeholder. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying your reasons for joining should be genuine as far as why you want to join these organizations. And there are plenty of people who are part of military organizations as well as Greek life. In some cases, you can't be a part of certain organizations in addition to the Divine Nine, So those are things that you have to take into consideration as well, because if you join certain organizations, you may be requested to I don't think denounce is the proper word that I'm looking for, but you may be required to renounce, I guess is another word. I don't know. I forget my words. You may be required to basically end your membership with that organization in order to join the Divine Nine. So all that work, all that effort, all those things that you put into that previous organization is just going to disappear. And you don't want that. You want to make an impact. You want to be able to still have connections wherever you are. So be thinking on the reasons for why you would join certain organizations and if you will be able to continue that service once you're part of a Divine Nine organization. So those are basically my thoughts. I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I have newly developed services on my website, so please check that out. I will no longer be offering certain services through my intake prep courses, so please make sure that you read before you purchase. Please make sure that you check out my website services before you make any purchases, because we have new updated information on there that will be helpful for you guys. So please, please, please make sure that you're reading before you decide to commit yourself to anything. So make sure you check that stuff out on my channel. I'm still available for questions, brief questions on my Instagram. I'm no longer answering super long questions on my Instagram anymore, so please make sure that you're reading the newly updated information on my website, just because it is intake season. It is a lot. You guys have a lot of questions, and as much as I want to help, support begets support. So make sure that you guys are doing that. If you're not subscribed, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.